All right, so here's the situation. Apparently, it looks like it might have been a giant cow or possibly the biggest raccoon I've ever seen in my life. So I've got to get this out of the pool because it is contaminating it. Otherwise, the pool looks pretty good. So I've got to get the hose out of here because what I'm going to do is I'm going to suck it up with that hose right there and then pour some chlorine in. All right, so we got to get this, bring her out. Bring her out here and hook her up. I'm also going to show you guys how to sink this hose and fill it full of water, which is, look how long it is. You need it because I got to go all the way across the pool. I got a mess in here, don't I? I'll clean it up in a second after I get done. All right, so here we go. Somebody's cutting the grass next door, making a hell of a lot of noise. So what I'm going to be doing is I got to pull the basket out like this. I've got to feed the hose in through here and then put it down in that hole to the right. So here we go. So you can see these little things here. I got to smush them in and then they connect, right? Bam, done. And this right here goes on here. And then I just got to push this down in the water and then we'll fill it up. Now let's go back. I'm going to dump her down into the water. Like this. Right? And I'm going to expand the pole. Slide it all the way down. Just like that. Then, what I'm going to do is I'm going to push this down like this. And then we're going to fill this thing up with water. Okay, so now I should have enough water in this. But we can go ahead and hook it in. And I don't want to lose my, I don't want to lose my, see if you guys can see what I'm doing. I don't want to lose this thing, so I gotta hang on to it as I do it. And then we're gonna slide this through. And now I got to get it down in that one hole. If I can, oh, there we go, I'm in. Right now, we can go clean up our poop. You follow me? This is how I used to clean the pool before I got the robot. All right, let's see if we can get over to the other side of the pool. You can see there's some over there. It's all over the place. All right, so let's get her done. Let's get that stuff over there. Yeah. This is kind of tricky the way you have to do it. get some chlorine and the brush to get that stain out, because you end up getting a stain right on your sun deck. Here we are at the chlorine store getting chlorine. Whew. I don't really want to breathe this stuff. I don't want to breathe it. So that's straight up hardcore chlorine. And now I'm going to get this thing working. See if I can get her up. This is a steel brush, so it works pretty good. You can see with the chlorine, I almost got it out of there. Chlorine bleaches stuff. So anyway, I'm going to shock the pool, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this 5-gallon jug in there. You know what I mean? Just going to pour it in. Because if something poops in your pool, you definitely want to kill whatever E. coli is in your pool before you go in. So this should do it. Give that a second or two to dissipate, and we'll do some more scrubbing. You follows me? I'll let that sit for a little bit, and we'll come back to it. All right, so this spot's having a hard time coming out. What I'm going to do is grab one tablet. I'm going to lay a chlorine tablet on top of it and just let it get absorbed into that sun step. So I'm just going to grab one out of here, hold my breath, and then I'm going to put it right on top of there. And hopefully that will alleviate our problem. So let me go ahead and just set her in there. And now I'm going to push it over with the broom. It's going to be right on top of that thing. See that? Now, I'm going to let that just work its magic. And we'll come back a little bit later. And hopefully we'll have cooked that up really good. You know what I mean, jelly beans? All right, so here's our chlorine tablet. Let's see how we did. Looks pretty good. Look at that. Got rid of it. So we pretty much got our stain out of there. Let's take a look. There's a little bit left, right? Let me just get it. I'm going to move it over. Right there. Give it a little bit longer and we'll get that other little piece out. But that did a pretty good job. Pretty good, I gotta say. Let's get closer. Yep. That's it, right there. That's how you do it. All right, so anyway, I would have to say that did a pretty good job of cleaning it up. And now I'm going to put it inside of this basket here. I think I'm just going to use my fingers because I don't want to do... Now I got 4 of them in there. That'll give me extra chlorinating power. Yeah. If I can get this on. These things are cheap, man. Anyway, let's put it back in there. Let her just do her thing. And yeah, pool's looking good. All right, if you like this video, subscribe to my channel. Check out my other awesome videos. Peace out.